camera's on the right angle. Leg cam. Oh no. You're doing too high now.
There we go.
Maybe a bit lower. Bit lower, maybe. Get us that. Yeah, I'll do.
Perfect. Use your controller. Let me know if it runs out of battery.
It's been plugged in. I imagine it'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh god! I just sat on my headphones. Ow!
You dickhead.
I imagine if that's when someone tunes in. I've sat on my headphones. Dickhead. Oh. Right, so podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, we're talking about Switch 2. Most of my time, as I said, has been on Mario Kart and Cyberpunk. I spent about 2 hours on Yakuza and not that long on Hitman, but that's just because I only recently got it.
Yakuza run well?
Yeah, it runs really well, yeah. Oh, I have some people to talk to.
Hello. Hey, Reese.
Hey, Reese. Were you able to get Alfie out today? I've not been able to get either of my dogs out.
Well, that's speaking of which, actually, I'm going to get myself a glass of water.
I've got Monster, I'm good. It's been fucking hot today.
I've not noticed it until I got back. I think it's because I've been in an environment where doors have been open.
Yeah, I've been in my room. Meanwhile, I've been spending most of the day in my room with the fan on, watching Fire Force and playing Elden Ring Night Rain.
Fire Force has been good, man.
I finally got up to season 3. I've got through the first 6 episodes of it. Holy shit, is it good? Like, Alfie is comatose as... Yeah, way too hot. Like, I've been having to get up early to take the dogs out, like, the last couple of weeks just because of how hot it's been. And today I just saw the I haven't put any of that. Oh, I'll put that in. Yeah, I saw the weather today and I just thought, no fucking chance. There is no way I'm gonna win out today.
Whereas the case
I walked from up to the train station. I had like 2 bottles, and by the time I got here, I had like 2 bottles of water. Oh, sick! I can make the Aegis now.
Sweet.
I've been putting fresh ice cubes in his water all day. Yeah, I do that sometimes with I do that with this dog sometimes. Do you have like a cool mat for him? Because that's what we have for our dogs when it gets really hot.
It was funny because
basically just put it in the freezer for like an hour, pop it out, and it'll be really cool for them. They love it.
It was funny because with my dog, when he was alive, he used to insist on going out in hot weather, despite the fact he was a big, thick-coated border collie.
Ripley does that. Ripley, is the exact opposite of me, because when summer happens, I like to go in my room, stay in front of a fan, not really do much. She loves sunbathing. Like, she goes out sunbathing, comes back into my room, and she's just panting like crazy.
I took him to
how many quarters do we have?
I took him to Whitstable once during the summer.
We can get something.
No, as Alfie prefers to lay on the
laminate floor. In all fairness, our dogs do lie on the kitchen floor a lot.
If I remember, I took my dog to Whitstable in Kent. It's famous for where Peter Cushing used to live.
All right.
And I took him to the beach, and he nearly went out.
We can recalibrate P organs.
Nice.
P organs. Can we make it bigger?
That joke was too obvious.
Yeah.
Basically, he nearly went out to sea.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was very... I called him back eventually, but it was like, he's gone out to sea. He's gone out so far.
Oh, God. I remember when we were... Okay, we're going to increase post-recovery. I remember when we had our old Labrador Kia. I remember whenever we went walking in like a forest, went to like Delamere Forest to walk her, she would always go into a I'll read your comment in a minute, Reese. She would go to there would be like a lake there. She would always go into it. My mum and dad were always livid. Me and my brother fucking laughed our asses off every time she did it.
Sophie.
We were like, in all fairness, like, she died when I was like, I think 10 or something like that, so obviously we were really young.
Lisa, I took Alfie to Blackpool Beach when he was young. It was really funny.
Yeah, dogs at beaches are always funny. Especially when I say Ripley with either Lilo or Pepper, because she's the polar opposite of them. Like, because Ripley avoids every pool of water she sees. Like, you see a puddle, she walks past it. Pepper, what will Pepper do? She'll drop her ball and then lie in it. She'll just lie in the puddle. Every bit of water she just fucking goes for.
No, it was hilarious. When we went on that walk for Ren's birthday last week, there was a dog that looked very much like Pepper.
Aww.
And it kept dropping its ball at us. Despite the fact the owner was round the corner.
Oh my god, Pepper literally does that.
And insisted we throw it.
You take a ball, yeah, Pepper literally does that. You take a ball for her and she'll just drop it. She'll just drop it, waiting for you to pick it up, or to go to pick it up. And she'll pick it up and run away.
Oh,
she will on occasion, like she does that maybe 2 or 3 times, and then she'll be like, okay, yeah, you can get it now. At the House of Venini, we make very great pasties.
It does sound like a pasty shop.
We do at Venini. Come to Venini's if you want a nice panini.
Some good linguine.
Alfie has never been interested in chasing balls. Yeah, Ripley's not. Instead he will give you the evil eyes and just fall asleep. It just reminds me of Cat from Red Dwarf. Like, we ain't like that. We ain't like those dogs. I mean, those dogs who always chase the balls. Like, you never see a cat chase a ball. You threw the ball, you go get it. Red Dwarf is great.
I liked
Where the fuck is the guy behind the counter? Where the hell is he?
Did you ever see that film Cats and Dogs?
Yeah, I'm Gen Z. I watched Boomerang. Of course, I fucking watch Cats and Dogs.
That's a film that's not aged incredibly well in terms of the effects, but it does have its funny moments actually.
The main funny bit I remember at the end where the evil cat lived with the cleaner and her sisters, and they just dressed him up.
Yes, I am your boss. I am not an evil cat trying to take over the world.
Yeah. Or the bit was, maybe you haven't understood the small fact that we're trying to take over the world.
Aged better than live action Garfield, voiced by Bill Murray.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was definitely. I think it's just that cat that gasses them when they go up to the sort of like the guard station.
Yeah.
And just comes out of the gas and goes, "Cats rule." Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I remember where he is. I think he's outside.
He's going, "Cats rule, yeah, we get fucked."
Didn't they make a sequel to that film?
Yeah, they're all terrible.
Yeah. Oh, they made multiple?
I think they made 2.
I thought they only made 1. Oh yeah, there you are.
I think there was a Cats and Dogs 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a third one.
Oh god.
At last, we speak frankly instead of with professional.
I mean, if you can make 4 fucking Spy Kids movies,
you can make 4 Scorpion King films.
Involving your unique perspective.
And I like the Scorpion King.
I am a puppet.
And I'm gonna be frank, I have not seen any other Spy Kids movies. No, I did. I saw one in primary school and remember nothing about it. And I've only, but I do kind of want to see Spy Kids 3 just because that's the meme movie.
And also,
that's the one where Elijah Wood says cake and then fucking blows up.
Oh, and George Clooney has to do a Sylvester Stallone impression partway through the film.
However, I cannot watch her die.
I'll tell you right now, though, the first film was actually really good.
Yeah, I heard that was a really good film for kids particularly.
I can't remember if it's the first or the second one. One of them has Alan Cummings in as a children's TV presenter.
I do not remember. I wouldn't know. Has a puppet ever fallen in? Yeah, I have actually seen a human who's fallen in love with a puppet.
An unbelievable love, to be sure. I had no intention of telling her, of course. It wouldn't be proper to burden someone so frail. If I may
Good to know.
Frank, this is better.
Hey, shut up. This is actually a really sweet plot line.
Yeah, I agree.
Sweet lie. I shall savour it.
You must be happy though with the news today about the sales figures for Cellerblade.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was it again?
Reached 3 million copies sold.
Hell yeah. Celebrate's a great game. I'm happy it's doing well. I think I've heard there were talks about a sequel, maybe.
There's been a couple of talks about a bunch of things.
Yeah, there have been 5. Yeah, oh yeah, 5 Spy Kids movies. I forgot about the
5
one.
Scorpion King films.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Scorpion King?
No,
Do you ever see any of the Mummy movies?
I've seen the first one, and I think half of the third.
You don't even. The Scorpion King is a prequel to the second film, but I actually don't really like the fact it's a prequel to the second film because if you go by the end of the prequel, you gotta go, okay, that's what happens in the second Mummy movie. How did we get to this point, considering how this film ended?
How do you think the Mummy movies are? Because I remember really liking the first one, but I'm not sure how the other ones are.
The first one is Stephen Sommers at his best.
Yeah, I mean, the first one's great. The first one's a lot of fun.
The Rock was only in the first Scorpion King film before leaving the franchise.
Oh, right.
Fortunately,
Smart man.
need my help.
My precious
I'm so
son.
proud that I got
You
to
did
see
well
my son
killing that
defeat
king.
the Hopefully, the lesser puppets.
Once
will
this is
die
done,
down
we will go
soon.
home. I will make
Now
you
that
some
the king
egg
is
on
dead,
toast.
And some frosty chocolate
Of the
milkshakes.
rest.
That is your
But the
favorite
curse
food.
of the petrification disease still.
I liked this first two, but Dragon Emperor was
Yeah.
bad even with Jet Li.
I've heard 4 is particularly bad.
There's not been a fourth one.
I thought there was.
No, only 3.
Ah.
Cure.
So
One.
wait, they've done 3 Mummy movies and 5 Scorpion King ones?
Yes.
Both their
There's more Scorpion King films than there are.
That feels wrong.
Well, it's
That's like there being more Persona games than Shin Megami Tensei.
son.
not there yet.
Yeah, oh no, we're definitely not there. Yeah, we definitely have more Shin Megami Tensei games.
Most useful.
Even though we did only recently get Shin Megami Tensei 5.
It's worth
The
exploring.
worst.
Go to the Grand
But the thing about the
Exposition,
Scorpion King
see
is-
what you can find.
It's easier to shoot than a Mummy movie because they're different kinds of period pieces.
Ooh, got more post cells, hell yeah. That was the Mummy reboot we're talking. Oh god, don't remind me of that. I guess technically, yeah, we did get 4.
It's yeah, but it's not the same franchise, so I don't count it.
It's not. I don't think it should be counted in general because it fucking sucks.
It's amazing. A cinematic universe that was killed in 2 movies.
I don't think it even survived the first. I thought the Mummy was meant to be the first.
Dracula Untold was supposed to be the first one.
Yeah, Scorpion King had Godsmack. That's how you know it was goated. When Godsmack was actually good.
And weren't arseholes.
Oh no, I thought they were always assholes.
Well, they weren't overtly arseholes. Well, you had to dig a bit deeper to figure out they were arseholes.
Yeah. I mean, my stance. I mean, I don't know what your stance when it comes to, you know, artists being knobs is, but mine is always, if the music is still good, and what they did wasn't awful, then I can kind of forgive them. Then I can still listen to them. I don't say forgive them, but I can still like. I'm not gonna feel guilty for enjoying them.
I would say case by case.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, I say it also depends on who it is. Like, as an example, I think I'm still okay listening to Manowar, despite the guitarist being what was found on the guitarist's laptop. Because to be fair, it's the guitar. You can like
Also, he was barely in the band. I think he was on them for like 1 tour.
yeah, but also like. Well, I mean, that's still like one of the things the band's most well known for, I think. But also, like, you can still, like, you can replace the guitarist with anyone as long as they have the right sound and are able to play the song perfectly. It's unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Compare that to Lost Prophets,
Which is the example I was going to be, because Ian Watkins is the band.
but also because like if it was a singer that did something really awful, because that's a particular voice. Like, you can't disguise that and say, oh, that's someone else. It's distinctly them.
Weird thing is, I've never listened to the band that the other members formed after he went to prison.
I didn't even know they did.
Yeah, I found out about it. It was on an episode of Top 8 Most Evil
So
Musicians.
is this Disturbed, even is Zion. Yeah, his whole shit with what happened there. I mean, I do have opinions on what Draymond did. I think I think even I'm not gonna say I think it's kind of would be how do I say it? I think even if I was one of those people that made my stance very open about the whole thing, about the whole Israel Palestine thing, I would still even then say that was kind of a bad move. But like I still listen to them because personal reasons. They were the band that literally saved my life in high school.
Yeah, no, I think it's very easy for someone to say something without figuring out what it what it can mean to someone.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the things I find interesting is this is a study I did find out. Most people who do boycotts, this is actually no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, most people give them up 3 months in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the range of reason is most people when they say they're boycott,
or like if it's like something that's a lot of times once it's come out people stop. Like look at Hogwarts Legacy for example. During the build up to that game coming out, there was so much hubbub and so much shit about it.
I swear
that people were just kept going on and on about it. Once it came out, people just stopped fucking caring. Once it came out, people were just like,
because
move on to something else.
Yeah, because it was such a nothing game from what I've heard about it. I've never played it.
Yeah.
But I remember I watched a video essay by one of my favourite video essayists. I'm gonna
James Summerton.
I'm gonna butcher his name. Anthony. It's not Gramuglia. He's got an Italian surname.
The game failed though as they cancelled plans for DLC and expansion. Actually, from what I remember hearing that it's actually sold really well.
Well, I think the thing is for me, I always felt like saying to the boycotters on that one, not Anthony Mackie, Anthony Gramuglia or something like that. He's got an Italian surname, but he did a video about saying that the one thing that the controversy around Harry Potter proved to us is when you really get down to that universe, it's the reason why it was so easy for people to give up Harry Potter is it's really hollow. When you look back at it, there's not much there. When you really look at it, it's sold decently, but not enough for Warner Brothers standards.
Yeah, not enough for Warner Brothers standards. It's still sold well, from what I remember.
Yeah, and I felt like saying to the boycott people, "You idiots! You advertised the shit out of this game."
That's the thing. Because here's the thing. I think from what I heard, a lot of people bought it specifically to spite the people trying to boycott it. Not because they disagree with them, but because of how fucking toxic they were. Like, I had to take a break. Like, that was during the time when I was still kind of on Twitter. I was like, had to take a break from Twitter specifically because they were being so fucking horrible.
I'd put it this way: we're coming from the stance of
here's the thing. Like, my entire thought process during it was, I agree with you guys, and you're making me embarrassed for agreeing with you because you're being so horrible.
Yeah, that's the thing. We are big trans rights advocates.
Yeah.
We're going to be pretending.
Yeah, it's why I keep saying, if you want to make a point, if you want to change someone's mind, don't fucking antagonize them. It doesn't matter what your cause is. If you call them a piece of shit, they are going to react negatively. Like, perfect example, during the whole Bayonetta controversy when I first started coming out.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of shit for that.
Not even me. Well, it's kind of stupid because Fiery Joker made a tweet saying how he thought some of the stuff that old voice actor, I can't remember her name, Helena Taylor. Yeah, she said some of the things that she said was like kind of sketchy. And I kind of agree, because there were a number of things she said that I really didn't agree with, like her saying Jennifer Hale had no right to call herself the voice of Bayonetta during signs and whatnot, and that because that sounded incredibly petty. And I just commented, yeah, I do kind of agree with you. I think there were some things that should not have been said. Someone had a go at me for that. I can't remember the exact details, but at the end they said something like, it's people like you that are making the game industry worse, or ensuring that people can't unionize. First of all, that I replied to them quite calmly, quite nicely. My replies got likes, theirs didn't. Fuck you. And second of all, What do you think my reaction to seeing that tweet was? Do you think
You're not someone who likes conflict, so...
Do you think I was remorseful? Do you think I learned the error of my ways?
No, you dug in further.
I nearly pre-ordered the second copy specifically to piss them off.
That was the problem. The thing about it is...
Best case scenario, it just... Antagonizing someone just gets them to hate you specifically. Worst case scenario, it can lead them away from your cause entirely.
I love this area of the game, by the way.
I'm mixed on it. On one hand, it's really cool aesthetically. On the other hand, it's kind of confusing to navigate, and the enemies go kind of.
Should we be doing something with the fruit, by the way?
Ah, shit. Yeah, probably should.
Because there's...
Yeah, it's full. I keep forgetting. Honestly, even in my old playthrough, I kept forgetting about it. Oh, I could talk to her. I could talk to the waifu.
My favourite, my favourite thing about that whole thing is my mum actually figured out she was full of shit early.
Really?
Yeah, she basically said there was something off about this.
Yeah, I was thinking there's something off about it.
I was amazed that was the shortest getting found out so quickly I've ever seen. Until recently, I was the quickest turnaround I'd ever seen.
What was the... No, I can think of one that did happen. The most recent one, I'd say, was a controversy with Daniel Green and Naomi Brown. We were all
vindicated when it came out like a week later.
Yeah. The quickest one was the controversy between Daniel Green and Naomi Brown.
How many hours was that?
I think like 48.
Oh no, I can beat that.
Really?
2 hours.
What?
Wolf Glick.
Wrestler?
No, he's
oh yeah, the Pokemon guy.
Yeah, he was accused of something, of digging up old shit. A guy dug up old shit and accused him on stream of something. There was nothing in it, and he got overturned in like 2 hours. I was like, Wolf Clip just said, that was great, I didn't have to do anything.
Okay, mate, one of us needs a haircut. You stole my hairstyle. Yeah, basically what happened with Naomi King and Daniel Green. Daniel Green, for those who don't know, fantasy booktuber, one of the biggest, probably the biggest fantasy booktuber.
I think you mentioned this one to me, yes.
Yeah, he has like, when it comes to Calvin, I'm pretty sure it's either wrestler or Pokemon, so it was a 50% chance.
Elliot, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, he's fantasy booktuber, really good, really big, as I said, one of the biggest ones. Recommend his content, does a lot of,
remember what came
not related to Dan Green. No, not Dan Green. So basically, he this YouTuber Naomi Brown, who's like an actress, does some songs, stuff like that. She made a video kind of exposing him, acting as if she was an. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've told the story on stream.
Yeah, you have mentioned this story on stream, yes.
Yeah, where he essayed her, there was a bunch, he was kind of shit. He came out saying, no, it was an affair with my girlfriend, now fiance, but everything was consensual, nothing was against that. What she then did, 2 days later, she made another video going into further context, and everyone watched the video and just went, yeah, I was with you until now. Now it really seems like it's more manipulation. So, because she showed more text messages and whatnot, essentially exposing herself.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. This account I follow, ESC Faves, they're asking us to rank all the second place. They do each day now. They've been doing it. Rank the acts that came this place in the last 4 or 5 years. So I'm definitely going to say they're doing second place today. So the winner is definitely Baby Lasagna.
Wait, which one is this?
It's Eurovision. Every act that came second place over the last few years, ranking them. So I'm going to say Baby Lasagna goes first.
For Rim Tim Taka Taka.
Yeah, Rim Tim Taka Dim, because he was actually the interval act this year.
Oh shit!
It was him and.
Did he do the same song?
Sort of. It was him. He teamed up with. You remember the guy who did that song Cha Cha Cha? He has the. He got real. He was he went very viral for that one. So it was two guys who went viral with Eurovision doing a mashup song together. Where they essentially treat like a versus match between them.
Wasn't the song that went kind of viral this year
Espresso Macchiato.
Espresso Macchiato.
It's the one with the most Spotify plays.
Yeah, that one's probably one of the most.
And it was also,
which is good. It's my favorite one that came out this year.
It's funny, and the public vote agreed with you. It was technically, realistically, it was first in the public vote, but there was cheating involved. So
of course there was.
It actually came second in the public vote. Do you know what's annoying? It was 1 point away from overtaking Israel.
That's fucking sad.
If Azerbaijan's jury had not given Israel 12 points, it would have gone into second place, and I would have gone to bed a lot sooner. Seriously, I was up till 1 in the morning watching that because I was on Dutch time.
Motherfucker, we watch Game Awards every year. We're up to like 3 in the morning with that.
But I was under so much stress with that one because it was down to like the last 2, and I was like, oh god, if Israel wins it, it's the end of the contest.
And they didn't.
No, luckily, because it was like Austria needed 100 points to win, and I was looking at it I was sort of looking at the results. I was thinking, well, Israel got 200 plus from the, and there has been people online that have explained how they cheated in this. And by the way, people that didn't you say like allegedly they cheat every year? Is this an allegedly thing? I have to say allegedly, yes.
Yeah.
Since the Gaza war, there have been some real irregularities with their vote. Although I will say some people actually have bragged about cheating online, so I wonder how far that alleged goes.
Ooh.
And I will say...
I'm just going to say quickly, I'm surprised you're not complaining about me getting you achievements for this, considering the fact that every time Ren plays on his account, you're just like, oh no, don't get me any achievements. I've got to explain, I can't go... I've
realised something, Elliot.
What?
No one gives a shit.
Yeah. No, literally no one gives a shit.
So
I'm not going to make fun of you.
Oh, and the people who do give it...
for getting achievements for a game that you haven't beaten.
Oh, and for more to the point, Elliot, the people who do give a shit don't matter.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so I was looking and I was going... I thought... Because every time I thought someone's going to overtake them. Because if it's Sweden or Estonia, because those two have been...
Also because Cal will never revisit Lies of P, to be fair. I mean, you never know. He might try going for the DLC.
If I do...
You've got more into Elden Ring.
Yeah, I think if I do, I might do it on the Xbox version.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I've...
shit, first death.
I put a bit more time into that version. But anyway, so... and I was looking at it going, oh god, I don't think... they have to get 100 points to get the win. I was like, I don't think there's 100 points left, because... Estonia got over 200. Israel got over 200. Sweden.
I keep forgetting I have the Aegis now, so I can use that to block.
But luckily, they did get over 100 points. Really nice guy who ended up winning it.
That's cool.
He's a former voice contestant in the UK.
That's really cool, actually.
But he is Austrian, so he. And also, one of the main songwriters is Austrian. That's the rule. You don't have to be from the country you're representing.
Yeah, it just has to be what the songwriter has to be.
For example, Celine Dion won in the 80s for Switzerland, and she's Canadian.
Oh. Honestly, I didn't even know she was Canadian.
Yeah. I mean, she actually did that. I remember apparently Ryan Reynolds personally wrote to her to do the theme for Deadpool 2.
That's cool.
You have to wonder, considering what we now know about Celine Dion, that she has this degenerative condition that's probably going to mean she won't be able to sing in several years' time.
Yeah, that's tragic.
You've got to wonder what the meaning of that song is and what Ryan actually said to her in that letter. Again, I'm paraphrasing what Lindsay Ellis said in that one, but it does make you think. Like a lot of people suspected because it was in Switzerland this year, and it was the anniversary of her win, she was going to come back and perform.
Oh, right.
It didn't happen in the end. Because, again, I think I have to say to people, you realise she's quite sick now, guys. She can't do everything. But she did do a video message in the end, and a bunch of former Swiss Eurovision contestants covered her song as an interval act during one of the semi-finals.
Yeah, that is... Yeah, it is upset. That is an upsetting fact that she eventually won't be able to sing anymore.
It's really up. I know, but it's again, the Grim Reaper comes for us always.
I am not doing well at the minute. I'm just gonna say I'm doing kind of shit.
My sympathy's completely with her and her family.
Absolutely. like, because I'm absolutely someone where even if I don't like your music, I fucking respect the hell out of you.
Yeah, no, you gotta like she's earned her place in history.
Yeah.
Even though she did do the worst AC/DC cover I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Download was last week.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sleep Token really silenced their critics with their performance. I've actually watched some of it on the camera phone footage that came out, and holy fuck, they gave a great show.
Yeah, like that's actually one of those bands that I say I'm not a big fan of your stuff, but I fucking respect the hell out of it. Because like, I will freely admit, Sleep Token, just not my thing.
Do you know who recently slammed them and got Richard Osmond?
Huh.
He said it's like one of the least metal things I've heard.
Do you want to know? I mean, I think there's no better comeback. One second, I actually gotta quickly do something. I don't think there's any better comeback to someone shitting on. I guess then why do you get that Sleep Token trap? Reese, I told you that in private. You dared me to do it for Saki.
Mum had to listen to him because of that, and she actually said she really liked him. She only listened to Take Me Back to Eden.
Yeah, well that and I think Choke, is it?
Choke and Summoning were the ones that went kind of viral.
Yeah, those are the big TikTok songs.
Weird thing is
like, I will be honest, it's not my thing. When I think of like combining the whole sort of dance with a metal sound, I think Electric Callboy does it best.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Electric Callboy does it best. I think Sleep Token has leaned a little bit too much into the pop area than it has the metal. But you know what? They're doing interesting stuff. They have got, like, they started 5 years ago and they're already one of the big stars of the metal world. And you know what? Fucking respect to them.
Yeah.
Like,
Korn also headlined their very first they finally headlined Download.
Yeah, like big couple years for Korn. They headlined Wacken for the first time. Now they headline Download for the first time.
That was their first Wacken as well.
Yeah.
So hell of a Green Day also did a very good headlining set apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean it's Green Day. You kind of expect it from them.
I just found it weird when I realised American Idiot is now 22 years old.
Yep. So Electric Callboy got
so much better after they rebranded from Eskimo Callboy and brought Nico on board as the new lead singer.
Did not know they started off as a different band.
Yeah, no, they were called Eskimo Callboy originally.
I think the good thing about this guy...
They felt the name was insensitive, so they made the change. Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I do still stand by. I think of all the bands I want to come back, and I think they're the most likely that are actually going to show up.
Well, the funny thing is, Electric Callboy, when I first heard them back in the day, I called them chav metal.
Chav metal?
Because I thought it mixed a lot of the sort of style of music that chavs enjoyed.
I'd say they're more rave. Like, they sound more like something you'd hear in a rave. Luckily with that enemy, it does not come back. It's dead as stay said. And you know what? I'm going back to the Stargazer because I used up a lot of port cells.
It's also funny because I'm finally getting around to watching Jamie Oliver's dyslexia documentary.
Yeah.
He did a very good documentary in the end, actually. I think, and I'm really hoping he brings more attention.
Yeah, because when I was in like primary school and high school and like early high school, I used to go to like these dyslexia class things. Like basically, I would just sit in front of a computer. They would get me a program and type in a bunch of words. It's how I learned to touch type. And I remember seeing like on the wall a bunch of people, like a bunch of famous people who were dyslexic. I just thought, oh my god, Jamie Oliver's dyslexic. That's cool.
If you ever read his books, it's very clear that because he writes in a way that really is quite dyslexic friendly.
Right. Okay.
It's why I compare them with Gordon Ramsay's books. It's much easier to read his books than it is Gordon Ramsay's books. Just like he does it in the font and the spacing between words.
I mean, it's Ramsey. I imagine he does it like he writes it in a pretty high class way.
You ever see the thing about him on Jamie Oliver ongoing feud with Uncle Roger is still hilarious though. I just don't. Yeah, no. I'll say though, Jamie Oliver does have the best pizza-based recipe I've ever used. I mean, I actually had to make 2 lots. I had to restart the dough today because I fucked up.
Oh, right.
I forgot to add the salt, so I turned the dough I had been making into bread and then started a new one.
Ah. Just normal bread or like...
Just some rolls.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's a good use if you have leftover pizza dough.
Good news, y'all. We're having rolls tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I've pretty much done everything for the pizzas. I just have to do some last minute stuff.
Let's go.
Are you gonna bring a commander deck tomorrow, Elliot?
Probably, maybe.
Because we're definitely gonna have a game with Ren next week after Anime Amigo.
Yeah, that's the one thought, because it'll only really be me and you playing.
Yeah, exactly.
So that might be, so on one hand I'm thinking, it would be kind of cool to finally try out the new Jeskai deck I got, but...
Yeah, give me a bit, because I want to finish off my Zidane deck.
Yeah, I haven't even started writing down stuff for my Noctis deck. I'm not really gonna be building any decks for a while. Oh, no. This fucking Big Bertha over here. This is a toughie.
Do you know what? I remember I was saying I'm not a big fan of the Fallout set. There's a card from the Fallout set that has such a good synergy with Zidane that I need to get it. You got a vegetarian option maybe tomorrow? Yeah, I've got 2 vegetarian options tomorrow. The grape pizza obviously is vegetarian, and the margarita.
Oh, you are bringing back the grape pizza?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, thanks.
It was popular last time, so I thought, why not? I just wanted to pick pizza. It was also, I was a bit challenged because Lucy's been off this week because she was doing a bit of activism in Sheffield.
Ah, good for her.
I didn't have I couldn't really go to the butchers to get ingredients, so I was a bit more limited on what my options were for making pizza. So, but that limit actually helped me out because it was like, okay, what sort of pizzas do I want to make? What can I get without going to a butcher's?
Yeah, it's with limitations that inspiration comes.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing a seafood pizza if Ren was coming, but he's not. And I think, let's be honest, the seafood pizza is going to go down a bit. It's going to be mixed in terms of enjoyment.
Yeah, like, does your butcher not have a delivery option? But do butchers often have delivery options? I don't go to butchers, so I don't really know.
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him actually when I next see him. Well, I'll tell you, right, I'm doing one of the easiest desserts in the world tomorrow, but it's a...
Yeah, you say you want to do something a bit easier,
yeah,
that's a bit lighter.
Yeah, light dessert. It's just going to be... It's basically going to be like, you know chocolate fondue?
Yeah.
It's like a cold version of that.
Ah, that sounds nice.
Basically just this mascarpone cream and you dip your biscuit or your fruit or your fruit into it.
Oh, that's a shame. We still have ours, but we don't. Well, near my dad's, we do still have it, but he's only recently started kind of going in there. Like the night we went to Dark Rain was the night where my dad decided, you know what, I'm gonna make us a brisket. I was just like, Dad, I'm not here, so I missed out on the brisket he got. Apparently, it was really nice.
Okay, so here's 2 questions for you, Elliot. First one: which country has the best cuisine in the world, in your opinion?
Fuck, not sure. There's like a lot I do really like.
I know, it's really hard when you nail it down.
Like, is this just food in general? Like,
just food in general.
Like, yeah, that's tough because there are some really good ones. Like, there's Italian, there's Japanese, there's Indian.
Oh, yeah, I gotta look. Trust me on this one, mate. Once you actually if you ever go to India, you'll never be able to enjoy most curry houses when you get back because it's just night and day. Well, most of the curries. Although the funny thing is, if you go to most Indian restaurants in the UK. They mostly just stick to the north of it.
Italian, yeah, Italian's really good.
I'm going to go Greek.
Really? Greek over Italian?
Yes.
You're the pizza guy.
I know, but that being said, I love Greek food. I love making Greek food. I love the simplicity of Greek food.
I don't have Greek food very often, in all fairness.
Like the national dish of Greece. I always like looking at what the national dish of each country is. The national dish of Greece is the moussaka. I think for the UK, it's chicken tikka masala.
Our national one?
Yeah, no, it's a British invention, chicken tikka masala. It doesn't exist in India.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was invented in Scotland.
Huh.
It was actually it's a funny story. Basically, a guy is in a pub, and I'm not making his name up. It was called the Gaylord, and the guy asked for chicken tikka with gravy, and they didn't really know what to do, so they just sort of did this improvised thing, and that's where we get chicken tikka masala.
It kind of reminds me of. Have you heard the story about how Frogger ended up getting big?
Yeah, I think I've heard this one.
Basically, at
the UK has invented a ton of Indian dishes.
Basically, the company, I think Gecko, a subsidiary of Sega, a bunch of a new worker called Elizabeth, who, by the way, I'm stealing all this from Noodle, so I'm from a YouTuber called Noodle, so I'm also going to be stealing some of the things he said. Absolute girl boss. Apparently, she got the job by ringing them twice a week, every week for 3 months, because she was refused a job because she was overqualified.
Huh.
So yeah, she was sort of in the backlogs of everything, found the idea for Frogger, which was rejected because a bunch of suits did not understand how good the game was. These are the same people that originally rejected Pac-Man, by the way.
Yeah, well, one of the funny things is
so she brought it up to the execs, and they were just like, no, we already checked this one. It's not very good. Put it back, and we're not going to publish it. It's not going to sell. Her response was, "Is that what you said when you rejected Pac-Man?" Which ended up becoming, I think at the time, the most profitable game.
Well, it's
and
funny.
so she suggested they requested just one arcade machine to be put into one bar and see what happens. So they chose a bar called, I'm kidding you not, Salty Splatoon, or the Salty Platoon, fucking SpongeBob sounding. Again, directly quoting Noodle here, which was mostly whose patrons were almost entirely military vets. And you know what? The game was incredibly successful there. It was like, it made so much money that obviously the execs just had to go, yeah, we're fucking doing this.
I love the fact she basically said, I'm going to call your bluff.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, fucking girl boss.
Now, my favourite, but the funny thing is, in Japan, Pac-Man is called Puckman.
Huh.
But they changed it over here because they were worried about people graffitiing it up and calling him Fuckman.
Instead we graffiti it up to make it into a racial slur.
And one of the funny things is, I remember that I was mentioning this on Dave had this like panel show for video games called Dara O'Brien's Go 8-Bit.
Ah, yeah, I remember that one.
I remember the guy Steve was one of the comedians that was a regular on there. He mentioned that story. He said, yeah, but so they were worried about Puckman, but Nintendo was perfectly happy to release Duck Hunt. Yeah, it's also where you basically mentioned that fact that there's very few cabinets of Street Fighter 1 still around anymore.
Yeah, you never see Street Fighter 1.
Well, there's a very good reason for that. Basically, most of them are broken.
And no one bothered to fix them because I guess 2 was just more popular.
Well, yeah, but it was a bit of that. But it's also because they did a really stupid control scheme for Street Fighter 1.
Huh.
Well, they weren't sure if it was going to work or not because fighting games weren't exactly.
They weren't that popular.
They were quite new at that point, so no one quite knew what to do with them. So they put the idea they had was the machines would be the harder you hit.
Oh wait, shit! I'm going the wrong way.
The harder you hit the button, the harder your character would punch or kick. Problem is, they didn't make it out of soft material; they made it out of regular material, so everyone just kept sort of bashing the shit out of them, and they ended up breaking. So there's none of them. There's not. No one ever repaired them. So there's not many of them still left. You would have thought a museum or something would have tried to preserve one or something.
I mean, there aren't that many museums for video games, if any. The only one I can think of is the Nintendo one.
Which is just open in Kyoto, yeah.
Yeah.
Which means if we ever get to Japan, Kyoto's a must stop.
Well, yeah, obviously, you're gonna be geeking out over the fucking giant Game Boy. Meanwhile, the rest of us are gonna be there like, ooh, grapes.
Is there? I think it's in Kyoto. There is the manga museum in Kyoto as well.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
There's a section. The downstairs section is for the English-speaking guests, and the upstairs is for the Japanese-speaking guests.
Ah, that's cool.
And it was quite.
Hey, that's the right way.
It's one of my. I really enjoyed being there. Actually, that wasn't. One of the funniest things though was going to the TV tower in Tokyo. The TV. I remember thinking, oh my god, it's not just made for Digimon. It looks exactly like that in real life.
Oh, I love matching.
I just thought that it was like a thing they invented for Digimon, and it turns out no.
Kyle only knows that history after Street Fighter Arcade was in Tonikawa, I'm guessing.
Yes, you were right.
Hey,
no, but
I know because you are very simple and easy to guess.
No, I didn't know it prior to Tonikawa. I should point out.
#doubt.
Yeah, because I remember it got brought up on Guru Larry's program when he was on television. Yeah, people forget. You know Guru Larry from
No.
he was on Channel Awesome for ages. He basically got kicked out because he wouldn't leave.
The only people from Channel Awesome I watch are or watched were Nostalgia Critic and Linkara.
All the Godzilla statues around look amazing, but that you see sticking out of the buildings. He did a show. He used to do a show called Games That Yanks Can't Wank, which is
fucking excuse me.
It was about shows games that only released in the UK. They never made it to America. So like Crazy Frog Racer, stuff like that.
The only ones I watched were. I did not know they were from Channel Awesome.
Team 4 Star weren't part of Channel Awesome, but they did do a bunch of collaborations with them.
Yeah, I mean, Linkara, not Linkara, Little Kariba, I remember, did some collabs with Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, no. The funny thing... Yeah, but
I swear every stream at the minute we're somehow getting into a conversation about fucking Nostalgia Critic.
But so Guru Larry did but he does a show called Fact Hunt, where he basically looks for obscure facts in video games. I really actually... he did an episode about Jeremy Clarkson's time as a video game journalist.
It was a what?
Yeah, he did a very brief stint for like...
I did not know Jeremy Clarkson even knew what video games were.
Yeah, he did a brief stint as a journalist for a video game for a computer magazine, and that part of that was reviewing video games.
Huh.
But he did an episode. He was on television. He was on Lanter from Team 4 Star was originally from Channel Awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. But the funny thing about that was he was basically got his start being part of a thing called XLeague.tv, which was on Sky, and it was designed to be like Sky's answer to G4 TV.
Right.
Didn't last very long. I applied to be. I actually competed in some of their tournaments.
Really?
I didn't make it to the television broadcast, unfortunately, but I competed in the Motorstorm tournaments because I was quite good at it back then.
Alright. Oh, fucking hell, I remember Motorstorm.
I just missed out on going to the TV because I didn't make it.
Voice for Gia, Piccolo, and Krillin from DBZ Abridged along...
with other roles.
Yeah.
But DBZ...
I'm trying to remember which way to go.
I missed out on being in the top 8 at Motorstorm.
Was it by a lot or not really?
Not much, actually. I should say, not by much during the league, but then a load of people got ahead of me, well ahead of time, and overtook me. And then it was like, the gap widened more when we were getting closer to broadcast time.
So when you did it, the gap wasn't...
The gap wasn't too wide.
And then
the people who got serious really got serious.
Yeah.
honestly, I found it.
Yeah, I have to fire up every time I fight these guys because fucking hell, these are so tough. Like you saw before, it killed me in 2 hits.
Yeah, but he hosted a show called Retro Corner, and I'm pretty sure he did a bit on Street Fighter 1. Have you ever played Street Fighter 1?
No, I barely played Street Fighter 2.
I've only played it for a bit. I played it on Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Played it for a bit, then put it down. It's not worth much. It's like, it's cool that it's been preserved in some fashion that way, but I'm not interested.
One second, I'm gonna try going down this way. Just if I pick it on him.
I played a bit. Ryu used to have red hair. Yeah, in the Street Fighter 1 he has red hair.
Oh no, that's not the right way. Which way do I go again? See what I mean when I say this bit is a labyrinth?
It is a bit of confusing.
Wait, is this the right one?
Well,
Yeah,
Bison
it
hadn't been
is.
created by that point. Sagat's the final villain of Street Fighter 1. He's coming back, actually. We now know he's coming back. For Street Fighter 6.
We're the 3 people who are very happy with that.
Oh, trust... Street Fighter 6 is going to go on for years. Fucking hell.
Ah, shit.
Because I think they want to get that huge...
It just fucking seppuku'd. He just fucking offed himself. Or herself. I don't know what gender it is.
And we should see more of that at next week's Capcom event.
Yeah. Have we had everything that's shown there confirmed yet?
Yeah. The
Fuck. So no sign of Devil May Cry 6, rather.
Yeah, no, but considering... but apparently Capcom, after the success of the anime, is very seriously considering it.
That's all I fucking want, man. I just want a new Devil May Cry.
Would you be happy if Johnny Young Bosch became the permanent replacement for Dante after that?
I'm gonna say something bold. I don't think we're seeing Dante in the next one. I think Devil May Cry 5 is kind of meant to be Dante's send-off.
Can I say I agree with you on this?
Like, because I think Dante's arc, I think that's what a lot of Devil May Cry 5 was meant to be. Like, it's oops, wrong thing. It's like just one final fight against Virgil, and then we're done. And then they both go to they've both gone to hell. So yeah, I think Nero is probably going to be the permanent protagonist. So you know what? I wouldn't mind that. Even when Devil May Cry 4 came out, I enjoyed playing as Nero quite a bit.
Yeah, I feel like he's a very overhated character. Devil May Cry 6 will see Nero going to hell to get child support off Virgil. Here's a... oh, by the way, Elliot, how much are your... I know you didn't watch it, but based on, like, things that have leaked online and YouTube and all that, how much are you aware about what's happening in Donkey Kong Bonanza?
I know they made Child Pauline.
Thank God you know that one.
Why?
Because I wanted to try... I thought it was very difficult to go around that fact.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult to. It was literally, like, first thing that I saw on the Nintendo Today app.
Yeah, it was the first thing they opened the Direct with. It was just her coming out of Odd Rock.
Yeah, I just... Like, it's a Donkey Kong game, so I know story's not going to be that important. I just didn't want to see much of the gameplay, really.
Oh, no, seriously, I saw more of the gameplay and all that business. I'm even more sold on the game than I was before.
Oh, wow, it looked that good.
It looks so good. Oh, yeah, new Amiibo's out as well.
Of course.
So, yeah...
So, your haul is going to be... So, even more likely that you're going to be filling the hole with your fucking Amiibo
Well,
ship.
speaking of which, I haven't checked if it's gone up for pre-order yet. No, it hasn't.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've got the review job. It's coming out just as I get back from holiday.
Yes, seriously, it looks so good. Like, so good. I'm...
Wrong way again. I'm really not good at this.
I've also... I will say as well, I wouldn't rule out there being a general direct in the next couple of weeks. Because if you think about it, like, they got this... Like, it wasn't like the Mario Kart direct. They got everything they needed to get out in this direct. This was actually a very substantial direct. So my thought process there is, okay, you've got that out of the way. Now we can get the... Do you reckon that, or do you reckon they're just going to put like social media drops for this is the release date for Metroid Prime 4, this is the release date for Hyrule Warriors?
I think Metroid Prime is going to be like a September Direct. I think.
What do you mean, September release, or is it going to be in the September Direct?
Direct.
So you think it comes out October, November?
Yeah, something like that. I think that's an end of year release because I think Metroid Prime is that big. It can't just be limited to a Twitter drop. New Hyrule Warriors I can see being a Twitter drop.
Yeah,
but not Metroid Prime.
When do you think they position Hyrule Warriors?
I think that's probably September.
I was going to say, I was reversing around. I was thinking Metroid Prime September, November Hyrule Warriors. I thought maybe October for Metroid Prime since it wouldn't compete too much with Pokemon.
Maybe. You know what, one second. I desperately need a piss, holy shit.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
You entertain, folks.
Oh, we still haven't done the gold coin tree.
Yeah, they revive like I think every 5-10 minutes, I'm sure.
Oh, I've got to tell Elliot about that when he comes down. So now that I'm left alone to entertain, let's see. I need it. I mean, just don't put the Switch 2 microphone on Elliot, otherwise everyone will hear you. I love the idea that that's going to happen on game chat and we're just going to hear a flush of a toilet during a practice session. The worst game of the year. Yeah, seriously, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Potential game of the year, I reckon. I really think that could be a game of the year contender if it's as good as that Direct made it out to be. Oh, that was necessary. I'm amazed how clear your mum came through the microphone even though she was in another room yesterday. It sounded like she was next to you. Yeah, no, she was basically, you know that bit where I placed the camera? That sort of like partway point. I was in my normal chair and she was in that part and you guys could hear her so clearly. So, and it was cancelling out the noise headphones from like turn the Switch's volume. So they've done a brilliant job with that. Just urinating it. Get out of my sink! It does actually beg the question though, because I am going to have to do something. Only way to wash his pots. Yeah. Yeah, no, it did say though that the amiibo functionality, it's all amiibo are functional, but you get special things for having the Donkey Kong amiibo.
God, I remember it was this way.
Oh yeah, someone did.
Battery's low. It's okay. Probably lasts another hour.
I've got another thing to plug in if necessary.
Okay. You know I'll do it now.
Yeah.
It'll be awkward if it'll be awkward if I ended up.
Yeah.
If it ends up dying, like when I'm against a boss. One sec, is it? Yes, charging.
Yeah, so it looks like the Switch 2 scarcity is kind of there, but not to the same level that.
Oh yeah. I mean, there have been reports of people like going in, and there's still been plenty of them. Like not even pre-ordering, and there's just like, just there like, oh, fuck off!
Heal. Yeah, no, like we looked at it on Amazon yesterday, and you could get one, but you were going to be waiting a while. Or like you were waiting like a week, 2 weeks to get it.
Yeah, like not like the fucking months you had to wait for the PS5.
Downside is actually what's weirder was the Mario Kart one. You got it quicker than the regular.
Huh.
Also.
I think I know what's up next. bit of a warning. This next bit sucks. If I remember what it is. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
It is.
This bit sucks. I have to be reminded of this.
So, we fought Fat Pennywise before.
Say hello?
Say hello to Wallu Pennywise.
Wallu Pennywise, number 1!
Yeah, this guy is pretty much a boss. Like, this one sucks. Oh yeah, this is one thing I do like. Like, it does summon these guys, and they do go after him. No, go after the big guy! Don't go after me! Oh, fucking...
He's basically down to you like, I've got a golden ticket!
Why you better get the poor guy out? Waha!
Yeah. Tim Curry don't ever change.
Yeah. Actually, as a question, which do you prefer, Tim Curry Pennywise or Bill Skarsgård Pennywise?
I'll go with Bill Skarsgård.
He is more intimidating.
And he's closer to the book version.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, there's some things that they thankfully left out of the book.
Well, yeah. We all know what that is. Even people who haven't read the book all know about the that one bit.
I love the fact Stephen King has apologised for that and basically said, "Yeah, I'll be frank. I was on so many drugs."
Yeah, that's like that's the one bit of defense I can say to him. My one thought is, well, you know what? He was high. He was coked up.
It was a question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I'm surprised I got that first time.
Yeah, same.
Whoop, whoop.
He was on so many drugs of that.
Oh god, yeah. I think the Tommyknockers was the last book he wrote on drugs.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Really tell. Like he was on some shit. Because I think the ultimatum, his wife gave him an ultimatum like, stop the drugs or I'm leaving.
Yeah, it's a wise choice. I think the other one where he was on quite a lot of drugs, you could tell, was the Langoliers.
Probably, yeah.
Which is annoying because the Langoliers has a great setup. It just has a poor payoff.
Mm.
If he stood by it now and defended it, then I would have been very different.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah.
But have you ever read or seen the TV miniseries for Langoliers?
No.
It's a really good setup.
Yeah, isn't it like everyone's just still trapped on a plane or something?
They get on a plane and everyone's disappeared, except a few people.
Yeah.
Luckily, one of the people who is not disappeared is a off-duty pilot. Yeah, it's
I haven't actually got the things from the Golden Tree yet. I might as well do that.
What's your? Is it your favourite Stephen King story? Or
No, Misery.
Misery, yes. Obviously.
Misery's great. Misery's like really good, and like I'm really wanting Dom Noble to do a Lost adaptation for it, because you remember how awful.
I already used up my request. Sorry, mate.
Because you know how awful Annie Wilkes was in the series?
Yeah,
or in the film? Her book counterpart makes her seem like a fucking saint.
Jesus.
Like, if you need an example, you know how Annie Wilkes, for example, in the book, or in the film, Annie Wilkes sort of asks if she can read the new Paul Sheldon book, you know, because she helped in and she thought, I'm such a big fan, I'd just really like to. In the book, she withholds the dude's painkillers while he's in fucking agony until he lets her read the book.
Jesus.
And that's not all. Like during the whole speech about
Elliot Tree.
Fuck yeah.
That's the reason we came back here.
Yeah. Well, I also went to heal up. But like, you remember how in the film she.
She's found a Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. You remember how in the book she
the film, you mean?
Yeah, film rather. Yeah, sorry. She went she went on sort of a big speech about all the profanity he uses in his new book. She accidentally spills a little bit of soup on the bed, screams, "Look what you made me do," and then apologizes. In the book, no. She goes on a rant. She throws a soup at the wall. Once again, he's in a lot later. It comes down later. He's in a lot of agony, like screaming in pain. She cleans the soup off the wall while he's in agony, saying, "No, you have to wait." She gives him the painkillers, and then makes him use the soapy water she just used to clean the soup off to down it.
Jesus.
And that's before she learns he killed Misery.
Wow.
That's before she goes cuckoo. It's a fucking great book as well. It's like a really good book.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't that the film that got Kathy Bates her Oscar?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I think she...
Yeah, fair dude. She brings out a fucking amazing performance. It's one of my favorite horrors for a reason.
She should have got a second Oscar for Titanic. For Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec, I'll double check that. You always go to the IMDb page because it always says immediately what their Oscar record was.
Yeah. Where's the tree again?
Yeah, she's won one Oscar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was for Misery.
Yes, Misery, Best Actress in a Leading Role. She wasn't even nominated for Titanic.
All right.
She wasn't, but she has been nominated 3 more times.
That's cool at least.
Oh
yes, through here, isn't it? Yeah.
Primary Colours, About Schmidt, and Richard.
It's not. Wait. Okay, where the fuck is the tree?
I was
It might be. I'm pretty sure it's on the upper floor. I'm fairly certain it's on the upper floor.
I was pretty sure it was on the upper floor. It's like through a conservatory or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like down a corridor. It might be this way. Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Which Oscars did Titanic miss out on? Because it didn't beat Ben-Hur or Lord of the Rings, but it got close, and I'm pretty sure it lost a couple of Oscars. Because presumably Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet were nominated for Best Actor and Actress.
Oh yeah, well obviously. I'm gonna do. I use this one a lot, just for extra stamina. Most of these just are focused around the Spectre, which obviously I'm not actually using.
Let's see. Kate Winslet was nominated for Best Actress. She lost.
Who to?
Oh, let me double check that one. 1998 Oscars. Because James Cameron got a bit of shit because he said, "I'm the king of the world" when he won Best Director.
I mean,
Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't even nominated.
Really?
Yeah. No, she lost to Helen Hunt in As Good as It Gets. That was
I've not seen that one at first.
That's the one where Jack Nicholson, he won for his third Best Actor Oscar for that. It was also like Robin Williams got his Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for Good Will Hunting.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, he said when he was on Graham Norton's show, the problem is when you win an Oscar, English becomes a second language. I forgot to thank my mother, and she was in the audience. He went, "That was a rough couple of weeks. How's the award? You came through here. How's the award?" But he said apparently, like, people are like, "Great Good Will Hunting" for like 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks later they go, "Hey, Mark!" I got back to that. And apparently, he met Jack Nicholson backstage after he won his Oscar. He said, "You know what, Robbo? I now have one for every decade." And he's like, "Bastard." Yeah, no, that's the only Oscar Robin won. He won for Good Will Hunting. Rightfully so, it's his brilliant performance.
Were they not nominating animated stuff at that time? I feel like he should have gotten something for the genie.
No, there was no animation Oscars until Shrek came out.
That sucks. Like, he should have gotten some award for the genie and Aladdin.
He wouldn't have shown up anyway because he was still beefing with Disney at the time. But Aladdin got two Oscar nominations on the night, both for Best Original Song. Both Friend Like Me and A Whole New World were nominated.
Yeah, in all fairness, those are bangers.
Whole New World won.
I think Friend Like Me should have.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's funny because remember when I was doing a during the pandemic when I couldn't go to see any films, I was doing like listicles.
Yeah.
And I did one for the top 5 best and worst Oscar wins for Disney. So like I looked.
I'm guessing number 1 was like Pocahontas.
It was Pocahontas.
For worse.
Worse, yes, because one of the songs from that was nominated. Oh, incidentally, the nominees for Best Picture that year were Titanic won. It was up against As Good as It Gets, The Full Monty, Good Will Hunting, and LA Confidential.
Only one of those seen is Titanic.
You probably like Good Will Hunting. I'm surprised The Full Monty won because was nominated, because considering it's such a British movie, and it's very hard for British movies to get nominated for Best Picture.
I mean, you say that. Wasn't a bunch of Barman stuff has been nominated and won Oscars, and they're very British. Like no, not Chicken Run. The anime one came out before Chicken Run. Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were Rabbit. That one's very British. Yeah,
Full Monty was a great comedy film. I would recommend it. Let me double check this thing. How many times was... Yeah, no, the Best Animated Feature... That Oscar's only been around since
Shrek.
Since Shrek was the first winner of it. Incidentally... And of course we obviously covered both the two... we covered the 2 anime films that have won.
Yeah.
So yeah, incidentally, Shrek was up against... Do you know the film Shrek was up against? Monsters, Inc. and Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius.
Jimmy Neutron?
Was nominated for an Oscar. I'm going to let that sink in.
Fucking... I mean, it's not the worst. Like, you need to remember, The Boss Baby was nominated in 2017. 2018, rather.
It's funny, because remember I said that Spirited Away won... It was the second animated film to win.
Yeah.
That would up the number of Oscars to 5, nominees to 5 that year. But then they went back down to 3 for several years.
Oh.
So, like, in 2003, it was Brother Bear, Finding Nemo, and Triplets of Brazil.
Finding Nemo, obviously, is the best. It's the best of those ones.
It won.
Yeah, rightfully so.
2004, it was Incredible Shark Tale and Shrek 2.
Fucking Shark Tale?
Yeah, I know.
Shark Tale!
Shark Tale is an Oscar-nominated movie.
Oh my god.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
It didn't win, thankfully.
Yeah. Of those 3, probably... Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed Brother Bear. I don't know if this is controversial. Of those 3, I'd say Incredibles.
It won.
Alright. Because I thought most people would have said Shrek 2.
I would personally say Shrek 2 out of those 3, but I'm very happy Incredibles won.
Yeah, I mean, what they did not appreciate when Incredibles first came out is just how fucking good the writing is.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, that film is such, like, well done and mature dialogue for a kid's film.
2005, it was Corpse Bride, Howl's Moving Castle, and Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit won.
Yeah, that...
I picked Howl's Moving Castle out of those 3.
Of course they did. I picked Wallace and Gromit.
Let's be
as
honest,
much as I love The Corpse Bride, that film is... I still think that film's pretty great.
Yeah, I like Corpse Bride, but I'll admit it's the weakest of those 3 movies. 2006, it was Cars, Happy Feet, and Monster House.
Oh god, I think I have to say Cars.
Happy Feet ended up winning.
Ah.
Which is the one I would have picked out of those lot.
I remember seeing Happy Feet when I was really young. I was pissed off that they aged up the penguin and that the penguin wasn't a baby the entire time.
Cars for Reese. Let's see how I go this one. 2007, it was Persepolis, Ratatouille, and Surf's Up.
Oh, Ratatouille, absolutely.
Yeah, Ratatouille won.
Yeah, absolutely, Ratatouille. That film is amazing.
2008, Bolt, Kung Fu Panda, and WALL-E.
Oh, fuck, that's tough.
saw Happy Feet twice, once in cinema and once on an aeroplane.
That's actually really tough because Wall-E is cinema is like such a fucking good film, but Kung Fu Panda is just so much fun.
I know which one I would vote out of those
Would
two.
you pick Kung Fu Panda?
Do you know, it's really close. Put it this way, I feel like Wall-E deserves it, but Kung Fu Panda's the one I want.
I'd say Wall-E is...
I have a soft spot for Wall-E. I felt so many emotions for a tiny square.
Yeah, like, Wall-E is... I think Wall-E is the most visually striking movie. Kung Fu Panda is the most fun.
Well, Wall-E ended up winning.
Yeah.
2009, it was Coraline, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Princess and the Frog, The Secret of Kells.
Oh, going to 5 now.
Yeah, we're up to 5 now.
Yay.
This is after that point. It's no, we're going to be 5 because a lot of people complain that Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E is such a somber. Like, is it really a apocalypse film? Because it kind of implies at the end that they're getting the planet back together.
It's a post-apocalypse. It's basically it's like Laputa Castle in the Sky. It's a post-apocalypse film.
Yeah.
So yeah, for 5 nominees, it was Coraline, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Princess and the Fox, Secret of Kells, and
You mean Princess and the Frog? You
yeah,
said Princess and the Fox.
Princess and the Frog, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Coraline, The Secret of Kells, and Up.
Coraline.
See, I would have picked The Secret of Kells for that one.
Really? Not Up.
No, Secret of Kells, basically, put it this way, it's directed by Tom Moore, and I've gone on record to say I call him the Irish Miyazaki. He does very Miyazaki-like films around Irish mythology.
Well, I mean, I know Neil Gaiman has now been revealed as a fucking piece of shit. But you know what? I would still say Coraline's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, and they changed so much the foot of the book.
Yeah, it's still fantastic. It's still a really damn good movie.
Up ended up winning.
Obviously.
But Up was also nominated for Best Picture that year.
I mean, Up is a great film, in all fairness. Up is really good.
It's
like that first, the opening of it, like, I know this is something that's been said all the time, but the opening of it is still one of the best things that Pixar have ever done.
Oh, incidentally, 2010s, we're back down to 3 nominees.
Why?
I know, that's...
Why is it so up and down?
Well, I will say, after that 2011, we're at 5 nominees going forwards all the time. But it's Toy Story 3, How to Train Your Dragon, or The Illusionist.
How to Train Your Dragon.
I would have picked that as well, but Toy Story 3 ended up winning.
Obviously, it is fucking Toy Story.
Also, I want to point out Toy Story 3 was also nominated for Best Picture that year.
How to Train Your Dragon was such a damn good movie.
And from what I'm hearing, the live-action film is really well received.
Yeah, but I think that's probably just mostly because like it's just the same as the animated one.
Yeah, that's where I'm probably going to mark it down. 2011, A Cat in Paris, Chico and Rita, Kung Fu Panda 2, Puss in Boots, and Rango.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Same,
it's
but
not even a contest.
Same, but
and I'm one of the few people who actually kind of defends Puss in Boots. I actually think that film's got way too much hate.
No, but Kung Fu Panda 2 did not win. Rango took it.
Yeah, Rango was really big that year. I saw that film, like, whenever I turn on the TV, I fucking saw that film more than other time.
I think that's due to the fact that Gore Verbinski directed it, who's the Pirates of the Caribbean director.
Yeah.
So I think he could do a very good for you considering. I actually watched Chico and Rita because I was watching, I did an Animation World Cup, so I was watching loads of different animated films from all over the world during the lockdowns.
Alright.
And it's a really dull film. I remember being way too thirsty for the rattlesnake in...
I never actually saw Rango, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, I mean, Kung Fu Panda 2 did have, now has DreamWorks' second best villain.
Nominees in 2012, Brave, Frankenweenie, Paranorman, The Pirates, an adventure with scientists, and Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, this is a really tough one for me between 3 of them. Because I like Wreck-It Ralph. I really like Pirates, Adventure with Scientists. It's one of my favourite Aardman films.
I mean, Wreck-It Ralph had the last time where the twist was the last time the twist villain really worked until Coco.
No, actually, I think I'm going to pick Paranorman out of that lot.
Oh, really?
I really like Paranorman. I think it's a really good film. It's directed.
I kept seeing a meme, like, I think kind of while Frankenweenie was out, where that was Tim Burton's trilogy, a Tim Burton trilogy, but in reverse. So Night Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Frankenweenie, or that was like reverse. So Frankenweenie was the start of it, because they all involved like some kind of ghost dead dog.
Incidentally, you all got it wrong. Brave won.
Brave beat Wreck-It Ralph.
Brave beat Wreck-It Ralph.
But Brave is so dull in comparison.
Yeah, you
like Wreck-It Ralph was such a good movie.
Like, you get a Disney Plus subscription tomorrow. You're not going to turn on Brave first.
No, I'm gonna of those ones. I'm gonna definitely turn on Wreck-It Ralph.
Incidentally, 2013. It's The Croods, Despicable Me 2, Ernest and Celestine, Frozen, and The Wind Rises.
You're gonna hate me for this. Despicable Me 2.
I'm picking The Wind Rises out of that lot. Should have been Miyazaki's final movie. He should have retired on that film.
But then we wouldn't have gotten Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm glad we got more films, but if that had been his final movie, it would have been such a magnum opus. Incidentally, Frozen won.
Because of fucking course it did. It's Frozen.
Yeah. Incidentally, 2014 was the very...
Reese picked Wind Rises.
Yeah. It's absolutely... I agree with... until Coco Melon came out, I agree with Lindsay Ellis. It basically became crack for toddlers. 2014 was the most controversial year, one of the most controversial years for it, because the obvious choice was not nominated, which was the Lego Movie.
Oh yeah,
that was a big thing. The Lego Movie, it was nominated for an Oscar because Everything Is Awesome was nominated for Best Original Song.
I guess it didn't win.
It didn't. No, it lost to Glory, which was from the film Selma, which is the biopic about Martin Luther King. And it's sung by John Legend and Common. But incidentally, so the nominees that year were Big Hero 6, The Box Trolls, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Song of the Sea, and The Tale of the Princess Kaguya.
There we are. I haven't seen any of them.
I did see all 5.
Maybe just because. Maybe I'd have to say How to Train Your Dragon, just because from what I've heard. Big Hero 6. Oh damn.
Reason for Big Hero 6. I voted for Song of the Sea. In fact, it was my film of the year that year.
Oh damn.
It's another one by Tom Moore, but it's actually it's his best film to date.
Also, yeah, I'm sorry, I have not seen Big Hero 6.
It's his. It's a story about a young, a grieving father trying to deal with the fact that his daughter.
The main reason though the one thing of Big Hero 6 I really know. Actually, no, it's 2 things. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is your pain, and the awful twist villain that Shay Frelish likes to complain about a lot.
Yeah, it's also, as Reese pointed out, it's a very different film to the comic it's based on. But in fact, when they did Kingdom Hearts 3, they actually did a sequel to the movie.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 did a few this time. They didn't do the movie, they did a sort of pseudo-sequel. They did it with Monsters, Inc. as well. Kingdom Hearts 3 Monsters, Inc. World is a pseudo-sequel.
Huh.
Yeah, incidentally, Reese got his wish. Big Hero 6 won.
Ah, cool.
Incidentally, Tale of Princess Kaguya was a Ghibli film made by Takahata.
Yeah, I knew Princess Kaguya was a Ghibli film.
It's such a good movie. It's like Takahata's best film, and it took him over a decade to get it done.
Oh damn!
That's
how you know it's quality.
2015, Anomalisa, Boy in the World, Inside Out, Shaun the Sheep movie, and When Marnie Was There.
Fucking Shaun the Sheep.
Aardman gets nominated in this category.
So what were the other ones?
Anomalisa, Boy in the World, Inside Out, and When Marnie Was There.
Gotta give it to Inside Out.
I went for When Marnie Was There, and Reese went for Inside Out, and both of you picked the winner because it was Inside Out.
Yeah, it's the fucking Disney movie.
Yeah, Disney and Pixar do very well in this category.
They always do.
I picked When Marnie Was There, and it was my film of the year that year. It's interesting because
Over the shortcut before I fucking die.
It was the second time that Ghibli did an adaptation of a British novel.
All right.
Although, unlike the novel, which I think it's set in Norfolk, they set it in. I think they set it in Hokkaido for the film because they thought that was quite close in terms of the geographical aspect because they wanted to translate. The only thing they changed was the names of all the characters except the main duo. They still called Anna and Marnie.
Sounds a lot like just 4Kids with Yu-Gi-Oh! Keeping characters like Yugi, Seto, Mokuba, and yet having Joey, Tristan.
No, they changed. What I mean is they changed all the other characters from their British names to Japanese names.
Yeah, I guess what I mean. That's what I mean, like the opposite of that.
Yeah, they did the opposite of that. Yeah, basically, and it works a lot better because they translate the novel very well. They modernise it a little bit for commentary about kids, how kids feel being on.
Oh fuck this! I've swapped the wrong weapon.
Kids, because they do a storyline about a girl fearing.
Oh no! It's fucking happened again.
It's a young girl fearing that her parents don't actually love her because she finds out she's like adopted and she's on the welfare state and she gets the kids get and her aunt gets welfare checks for taking care of her. It's also known for the fact that Jello Apocalypse got in a lot of beef for really trashing the film in a way that because Jello Apocalypse has appalling media literacy.
I'm just rereading that Reese's.
It was bound to happen.
Comment about my tramp stamp.
It was bound to happen. Reese, what the last comment was. Okay, what was next? 2016. Oh, good set of nominees. Kubo and the Two Strings, Moana, My Life as a Zucchini, The Red Turtle, and Zootopia.
Wasn't the Red Turtle one the one we kind of made fun of you for?
Oh,
one of the jokes we did?
He fucks a turtle.
Yeah. Zootopia.
I went to London to see that film. I'll see what Reese... Reese went for Kubo.
Oh.
I went for Zootopia as well, and it ended up winning. Zootopia took that one.
Yeah.
2017... Well, no, he's to ask who's going to win, because as soon as you hear it, it's not going to matter what the rest were.
Well, yeah.
The Boss Baby, Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent.
Coco.
Yep, Coco.
Coco, favourite film of all time.
Yeah, no contest. I voted for Coco as well. It was in my top 10 films that year.
Yeah. Oh my god, that film was so fucking good.
Oh, and Reese agrees, Coco.
First time I ever cried in a cinema, and it wasn't out of fear.
Do you know what's amazing? I actually think my favourite song in that film is the one they do before the credits, Proud Corazon.
Alright.
I think that's my favourite song in the film.
I think my favourite one is the one he does in front of the crowd.
Un Poco Loco.
Un Poco Loco. That one's a banger.
Reese said Coco would have made for a great Kingdom Hearts level with how colourful it is.
The Land of the Dead, that would have been a really good one. That would have been a really good one.
I actually also seen Skeleton Sora.
That would have been fun, actually, yeah. Kingdom Hearts 4, maybe.
No, Kingdom Hearts 4, Kingdom Hearts 3 really showed they're willing to work with the Pixar properties now, so... Yeah, I think we shouldn't rule it out. I think it's a possibility. So,
yeah, watch Kingdom Hearts 4 just be all the ones from all the studios that Disney's bought. You know what that means? We get fucking Family Guy world!
I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think they're going to get the clearance to do Star Wars or Marvel. The only one I think could happen, and I know this sounds really bizarre, but I think there's a possibility in some regard, Simpsons. I feel like that's the one I think has the best chance of happening.
That'd be fucking stupid.
I know it'd be stupid, but I'm thinking like the hoops you.
Yeah. Just for a laugh, I'd want Family Guy. I just think that's funny. Holy crap, Lois! I got a keyhole. Yeah.
In 2018, Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs, Mirai, the Mama of a Soda film.
Yeah.
Ralph Breaks the Internet. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. No contest. Not even a contest.
Not a contest.
Like, come on. One of the most influential animated films for modern day. Like, literally. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say.
No.
So much of animation recently has come out for... Yeah, he said Spider-Verse.
I remember I saw the nominees and I was like, oh my god, it's going to be incredible. It really should be Spider-Verse, but it's going to probably be Incredibles or Ralph Breaks the Internet. And I thought, okay, Incredibles 2 wouldn't be a disaster.
No, come on. Incredibles 2 has its fans. How many people do you see fucking defending Ralph Breaks the Internet?
No, I actually said at the time, if Ralph Breaks the Internet wins, that would be a disaster.
Yeah.
So, as Reese pointed out, introduce Miles Morales to a general audience.
Yeah, that was my introduction to... No, I think my introduction to Miles was... Wait, did this... No, Spider-Man came out... Wait, no, Twilight came out that year, didn't it? The PS4 one.
Yes, it was same year.
I think that might have been my introduction to Miles. Honestly.
Yeah, no. It's funny because I had actually read some of his comics because I'd read the entirety of Ultimate Spider-Man, and so I actually knew the plot twist on the identity of the Prowler before I watched the film. I was like, yeah, I know where this is going. I've read the comic.
Yeah, I didn't. Like that was a genuine shock for me.
It does play actually. It turns out a lot better in the film than it does in the comic. In terms of their relationship, because unlike the film and the game, he's an unrepentant bastard in the comic.
Oh, really?
I think they've retconned it now with.
Yeah, because like with the film, it was like a genuine plot twist because of how awesome of an uncle he was, and also like the thing I think especially really brought up that film for me was how shocked he was to learn that that Miles was Spider-Man. He was just like, no, don't, I don't want to kill him. Like, fucking hell, that was such a good one.
Incidentally, the next few years is a pretty weak lot.
Wait, which one won that year? Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse won that.
Woo! Hell yeah!
Spider-Verse won that year. Yeah, no, because I was really I thought Spider-Verse isn't going to win this. I thought it's going to be Incredibles or it's going to be Ralph, and I'm really hoping it's Incredibles out of those two. And then they got to the nomination. I was like, okay, Spider-Verse should win, but it's not going to win. They read out Spider-Man. I was like, what?
Spider-Man's big, man. What can I say?
But even I thought Sony's no way going to have done enough of a good enough campaign to get that to win. Incidentally, okay, because most of the voters in this category, they only vote for things their kids like. Well, fortunately, they've been called out for that, so they started doing better. 2019, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Klaus, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4.
I've not seen any of them. I'm assuming Toy Story 1.
Yeah, Toy Story won it.
Yeah, I probably would have picked How to Train Your Dragon again, maybe.
It is the weakest of the How to Train Your Dragon films, though. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Also,
it's still How to Train Your Dragon.
To be honest, though, Elliot, when we get to Christmas, watch Klaus. It is so good. That would have been my pick out of that lot.
All right.
Klaus is one of the best Christmas movies I've ever seen.
Oh damn. I only saw Toy Story 4. It wasn't.
No, it's not that good.
I've heard a lot of people say it's a great Woody story, but everything else is not really.
Do you know what it is? It's I remember thinking, you know how all the Toy Story films grew up with their audience, because I've been Andy's age at every time of those films have come out.
Oh fucking hell!
Because I was Andy's age when the first film came out. I was growing up around the same age when Andy was when Toy Story 2 came along, and I was going to university when Toy Story 3 came out.
Oh damn!
So I would really.
Yeah, I can't relate because Toy Story 1 came out before I was born. Toy Story 2 came out when I was like I think 2 or 3. And Toy Story 3 came out when I was like in my last years of high school.
So that's why it's so. And so when I watched Toy Story 4...
So it was kind of foundational for you then, in a way.
And so when I watched it, I was kind of like, these films have now outgrown me. This is made for a completely different audience. And I was like, it's fine. It's great for... So that's why I wasn't too harsh in my review. I said, it's great for them, but for me, I'm past... It's not... I didn't think they had a balance and their audience. They said the best thing was Keanu Reeves being in it.
Yeah.
I forgot Keanu Reeves was in Toy Story 4.
Bro, you know something that I still find funny? Keanu Reeves, like I think it said he turned down fucking Marvel, and yet he showed up in the one of the fucking SpongeBob movies. Fucking shadow of a guy.
Yeah, and of course he's in Sonic the Hedgehog now.
Yeah, like I don't know if this is controversial, but I don't think Keanu's an amazing actor. Like I think he's fine. But, like, definitely not going to get an Oscar anytime soon. But you know what? I respect the living hell out of him. The dude is amazing.
But I think Keanu knows he's a meme. And and what he's done is...
And he just kind of... It's almost like he's kind of leaned more into it.
Yeah, he knows he's a meme, and the best thing he can do is embrace it.
Like, just like, obviously, the You're Breathtaking bit for Cyberpunk, I think was like a really big one.
Incidentally,
which I am looking forward to talking about, by the way, tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm interested to talk about, because I've actually been holding off playing it so that you got the spotlight for that one.
Yeah, I got a lot of spotlights tomorrow.
Yeah, but I thought you want to talk a lot about Cyberpunk, so I'm going to hold off playing Cyberpunk until you're done with it.
Okay.
But incidentally, I think they did an update, and you can now go to David's grave.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, I think they, from what I heard, they added in a bunch of stuff after the success of Edge Runners.
Apparently, they were the team at CD Projekt Red. They were a bit apprehensive about Rebecca.
Huh.
When they said they weren't sure. They thought a lolly was a good choice to be in the story, but they then saw a bit of test footage of her and went, "Okay, fine. No, we think this is a good idea."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she fits the world now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, Lolly in Cyberpunk, that does sound a bit far-fetched, but then once you sort of see her character, you think, okay, yeah, this actually works.
Oh, you can
well.
find Rebecca's shotgun as well.
Ooh, that's cool.
You're now looking up a guide on how to do that. It's apparently a great early weapon.
Ah, nice.
Give me a guide on how to do that, Reese. I am getting it, and I am saving it for the Adam Smasher boss fight.
Do you want to know what isn't a very good weapon though? Johnny Silverhand's gun.
Yeah, it's rubbish, Mark.
Yeah, like you get during the flashbacks where you do play as Johnny Silverhands, it's like a really fucking good pistol. It kills enemies really quickly. It's like super powerful. Hey, Fat Pennywise. Like it's really good. And then you get the gun in modern day, and it's terrible.
By the way, in terms of playing it on the go, you can't play Cyberpunk on the public transport.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can, but my
dick.
Okay, that's actually kind of funny. You can play it on public transport, but you have to be very careful in which bits you go into because holy shit, they do not censor anything.
No, they don't.
And honestly, it's kind of based.
2020, one of these you're going to really laugh at the nominee. Onward, Over the Moon, a Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon.
I heard that one's actually good in all fairness.
Soul and Wolfwalkers.
Probably Soul.
Soul did win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, out of that lot, I would probably pick Soul. It's quite a good movie, though I say that, I haven't actually watched Wolfwalkers, because it was at the time an Apple TV exclusive movie.
Well, plus wasn't Onward, not greatly received?
No, Onward was not greatly received.
I've heard people say it's alright, but it's not... Like, the premise is way better than the actual story.
Yeah.
Like, road trip in a fantasy world, how is that not awesome?
Also, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland actually do work quite well in that film.
Yeah, from what I heard, there were rumors that they were apparently planning on starting, a D&D show together or something.
A fine movie, but I wouldn't go nuts for it.
Yeah. That's what I've heard a lot of people say about it.
2021... Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchells versus the Machines, and Raya the Last Dragon.
Encanto.
I would have picked Encanto as well. It ended up winning.
Share the location in the group chat.
For Rebecca's gun. Thank you, Reese.
Reese says Encanto as well.
Yeah, well, it's got to be Encanto.
Yeah, I mean, it does... It has had Disney's last really good song in it with We Don't Talk About Bruno. Which, yeah, I'm a part of the choir with that. I'm part of the choir with that song. That is legit sick.
There's, the opening song in that film I really like.
Yeah.
And, but I am at a point now where I'm like, does Lin-Manuel Miranda have to do every film score?
No, he's not. He's not. Like, he didn't do the film score for Moana 2 and Wish.
Yeah,
but the people who did do it tried to replicate his style and just did not work.
I was gonna say because I remember thinking, I go, oh god, which was terrible.
Do you want to know what? Do you want to know the songs? What films he did do the songs for though? The live action remakes. Yeah, that's right. He did the songs for fucking Mufasa.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, he was the one who did the. Yeah. He was the one who. I think he was the one who wrote the Brad That Eye song.
Incidentally, Reese said, I met Maribel's performer in Disney World the other year, and she's a spitting image of her.
Oh, wow.
It's also amazing Encanto. That was made in lockdown, that film.
Yeah.
That's amazing when you look
I watched that... the first time I watched that film, I remember specifically, I was, cooking stir-fry while looking after Ripley's puppies. And I just had that on in the background.
Oh, this is one...
I miss those little dogs.
This one you're going to be finding interesting. Nominees were...
Mufasa was so bad, I regret
being dragged to see it.
Yeah.
You got to see Sonic next, so that, at least that's... I'm so glad Sonic outgrossed it for a little bit.
Yeah.
2022, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel, The Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red.
Yeah, Puss in Boots. Oh. The Last Wish, that's legit one of the best animated films I've ever seen. Like, probably controversial opinion, I think it's better than any of the Shreks.
Do you know what's amazing? I was so torn with that one because I was like, my head says Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, my heart says Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Puss in Boots is such a good movie.
Pinocchio took it.
Yeah.
But I also say, there's...
But it's kind of shocking, because the first Puss in Boots film, as I said, I still enjoyed it, but it's quite not that many people really did, and yet then they made one of DreamWorks' best films with legit. I've heard a lot of people who agree with me. Death is their best villain.
Yes,
Death is absolutely DreamWorks' best villain. He is such a good antagonist.
I mean, and considering what some of the DreamWorks villains include people like Tai Lung and the fairy godmother.
Oh, I can't remember his name, but the one from Kung Fu Panda 2.
Lord Shen. I would have said
Shen was probably the best one.
Until Death came along, I would have said Lord Shen was the best one.
Yeah,
because
Shen or Tai Lung, I say.
Because you have those. I think the moment that made it for Shen was that moment when he's actually finally mourns his parents. When he has that conversation with the soothsayer.
Yeah.
Shen was the bird. Yes, he's the peacock.
Yeah, Shen was the bird. Shen was the peacock.
And it's annoying he doesn't get any lines in Kung Fu Panda 4 because he couldn't get Gary Oldman back.
Yeah.
Incidentally, also it was one of those where I was like, he's bowing to the panda and he's bowing. Dude, this fucker committed genocide. Don't bow to him.
Yeah.
It's 2023 was the year Boy and the Heron won.
Yeah.
It was up against Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Honestly, out of those lot, I would have picked Boy and the Heron. No, I'm with you.
Spider-Verse easily.
I would have picked Nimona.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, you did see that. You said it was really good.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's.
I've heard a lot of people say that film is really brilliant.
It's cyberpunk fantasy. It's the best way to describe. It's basic.
Yeah, oh my god, Spider-Verse 2 was such a fucking good film. I think one of the only downsides to that film is it came out the same year as Oppenheimer. And I'm sorry, Oppenheimer is easily my film of the year. That film was so damn good. And
it won the Oscar that year for Best Picture.
Yeah, it won Cillian Murphy's Oscar as well.
Cillian Murphy got the Oscar, and Robert Downey Jr. he got an Oscar for it.
Yeah, rightfully so. Everything about the film was amazing. Was so good.
Incidentally, this year's nominees were, or last year's I should say, 2024. It was Inside Out 2. I think it's actually this year's one. Inside Out 2, Flow, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
And fuck! I didn't get back my ergo. Shit.
And The Wild Robot.
Wild Robot.
It's funny because I'm torn.
Either Wild Robot or Wallace and Gromit.
Oscar Isaac and Michael O'Hara was a good cast, so good casting in Spider-Verse 2. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, everyone in should have been Transformers 1.
Yeah, Transformers 1 didn't even get nominated.
Yes. I love it when they talked about minors in that film.
What about,
Simon would have loved it.
Ha! Paramount screwed over the project so badly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing you'll remember, Elliot, is the way you get an Oscar nominations is you have to campaign essentially for them. So if you don't have a studio that's willing to back the film, then it doesn't get nominated.
Yeah.
It's why Oppenheimer did so well. Christopher Nolan is so much of a stand-in that.
Yeah, and now he's doing an adaptation of The Odyssey, which I'm looking forward to.
I'm interested what he's going to do with that.
Even though it does have Tom Holland in it. For some reason.
Reese is the person I'm going to really ask about that film after I come out and see it, because he's such a big Greek mythology guy.
Yeah, I love Greek mythology, but I haven't actually read The Odyssey or The Iliad, so I'm not sure how accurate it'll be.
I did a day trip to Ithaca, which is obviously where the Odyssey is part of it is what he's trying to get back to, and they have loads of merch for it, and like a map of the route he took and how much he fucked up getting back to Ithaca.
I mean, it was, for fuck's sake. I mean, it is like the. But yeah, I'm jealous that you did Latin and GCSE. I did not do that. I only had French and German. In fact, no, I only did French because for some reason my class, the group I was in for classes, didn't get the option for German. Which, you know what, I'm so bitter of now because that would have been really useful for Wacken.
I didn't actually. Do you know what's annoying? I didn't know at the time. Obviously, I was going to go to Wacken, so I didn't pick German. So I didn't. I said if I
did pick German for GCSE because, well, I hadn't done German in Key Stage 3, so I wouldn't have known anything.
French, Spanish, or Latin. I was no good at languages, so I actually got disability. So I used my disability rights.
I did alright in French. I remember. I think I got a C, but I just did not like the class.
I remember.
So I just didn't want to bother.
I remember once they showed us some to help us learn French. They showed us Tintin in French language.
Ah, that's cool. Is that how your? Did you like Tintin before then?
Oh, well, liked it before that. It was one of the first comics I read.
Oh, right, that's cool.
So yeah, I've liked Tintin since I was a little boy.
This might sound weird. You know how I've been kind of umming and ahhing about trying to write something.
Yeah.
About trying to write a book. My want to do that actually started because we were told to write a story for fucking homework, and so I wrote something which was pretty much a rip-off of Soul Calibur, Legend of Zelda, and these Beast Quest novels I used to read when I was really young. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun coming up with ideas for it. I thought, yeah, I might want to expand this a little bit. And then I got up to like chapter 2 and got bored of it.
Ha!
Because I was 13 years old.
Well, I turned one of my ideas into a D&D campaign.
Oh yeah, like I have one idea I want to do for a D&D campaign.
I reset in my mocks, I always got an A for history portion and an E and an F for the actual language portion. Never got a U, thankfully.
I didn't get a U, I did get a G for history. Because my school were really unaccommodating for my dyslexia and autism.
Yeah.
You know, legit, my school was really not this might be why I kind of got some trauma from high school in adult years. My high school really was not accommodating for people with autism or disabilities or anything like mental disabilities or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I had a few right-wing teachers who didn't help me with my stuff.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, I didn't know I was autistic. I did! I've been autistic in primary school. I was diagnosed in primary school, and I'm pretty sure my parents told the teachers about it. They did fucking nothing about it.
So yeah, you struck.
We both struggled through that. Mm-hmm. No support available. Yeah, I think I did have a little. I don't know.
Nice.
Maybe. I think the most we had was like one classroom, like in the maths block where like I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's literally it.
No, I remember I got a bit of extra time for some of my exams, but that was about it.
Yeah, I did in primary school. Like they gave me a bit of extra time to. I didn't appreciate how much, like in primary school, just how much they accommodated for me because, they kept, like they were really, because I didn't fully understand what autism at the time, so I didn't even really know I had it, and they were just really. Like they would give me an extra 15 minutes of reading time in exams. They let me use a laptop to write. When I said I didn't understand or like know what we were meant to be doing, they were really like sort of supportive. And yet, no, it's fine. We'll explain it. Like I got a lot of support in primary school, and then in high school, it's fucking nothing.
Same with my theory test. I was driving. I had 40 minutes left. So yeah, Reese finishes the exams really fast.
I finished like in all fairness, I am with some. Like I remember in high school when we did have our maths exam, I was the first one to finish the GCSE, my exam in like I think everyone in the gym, and I was like done at the halfway point. So I just had to like sit there and just wait for it to end.
So here's I feel like that's a funny thing. I just realised Tintin never got nominated. That's one of my all-time.
Yeah, it didn't.
That's one of my all-time favourite films.
I think it was kind of niche, like because I kept seeing it advertised, but I didn't know what Tintin was. And I didn't really have any interest in it, if I'm honest. Like as an adult, I have do kind of appreciate the writing and the film more. Like one line in particular I think of that's really awesome is we've got one bullet left. We've got one bullet. Yeah, what's the good news? We've got one bullet. Like that's a pretty fucking badass line.
Yeah, no, it's Jamie Bell playing Tintin in it, and
yeah, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost play Thompson and Thompson.
Yeah, and Haddock is played by Andy Serkis.
That's great.
Oh, Daniel Craig plays the villain in it.
I just used to listen to my iPod outside. Honestly, yeah, I used to spend like a lot of time on just listening to music. Actually, one thing, this was like during the last 2 weeks of school, so I wasn't able to do this for a long time. After a while, actually no, it was probably a bit longer than the last 2 weeks. It might have been the last 5, but me and my friend Sean found like one small little chord section in a maths block where we just used to, where like at the very end of school we just sat there. I wish. We just sat there and we played. We just sat there. We brought our DSs in and we played Mario Party DS the entire time.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
that
there were only like 4 of us chilling in there, and legit, we're both like, we really like it. It's nice. It's quiet. It's a lot of fun. And then, like 2 weeks, then like by a weekend, another one of our friends came in, just started chilling out with us. But she was one of the people who like had a number of friends. So another person came in, and then another person came in.
Oh no!
And then the entire corridor was flooded and like really loud. And the reason why the maths teachers were okay with it, like, was just because we were quiet originally. Like one of them said, "Okay, look, you're not normally allowed to be in here, but you know what? You're really quiet. You're really good. We're just gonna let you use the space." And we were like, thanks. And then next thing you know, they kept shouting at us and trying to kick us out. To the point where, like, the last 2 days, me and my mate were just like, yeah, fuck this, we'll just go in. So yeah, it ruins a really good thing we had.
Oh yeah, the final Ozzy Osbourne show in Black Sabbath. It's going to be live streamed.
Yeah, apparently you do need to buy tickets for the stream.
Mum's got a ticket for her one. I'll tell you.
Oh wait, what cannot be used before it breaks egg? Fuck you! I got all your questions right.
No, I am. Oh yeah, by the way, I just announced, Elliot, Windbreaker live action film.
No way!
Yeah, just been announced.
Holy shit, that is sick.
I did my GCSE in 2010, so I'm still. I already said RIP to my iPod Nano Mini.
Oh yeah, I had an iPod Touch.
Yeah.
So yeah. I just used to listen to a lot of my dad's shit.
So I was still using my PSP and regular DS back then. Yeah. I had a regular DS for most of that console's life because I used it for the Game Boy Advance back compat.
Yeah, I got the DS Lite, I think, not that long after Nintendogs came out.
My first game on the DS was actually Pokemon Dash.
My first one was Brain Age. I really. And my dad got it for me because he was like, oh, well, he has dyslexia. This will probably help him with his learning.
Reese never upgraded his DS Lite or DSi. He never upgraded to the DSi Lite or DSi.
Wait, so did you have the original DS?
Yeah, same. Me and Reese both had the original DS up until the 3DS came out.
Bloody hell! I just had the DSi. I didn't get the DSi. Oh shit! So yours didn't break, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Because the screens had a tendency of snapping off.
Do you remember that clip? The clip Scott was it? It's fucking Mario Kart again.
Yeah.
Apparently they did genuinely break it off, and they said we got to use this clip now.
Yeah, like. No, he said, if I remember, I fucking hate these guys. If I remember, he just picked up the 2 bits and just went, I really hope that showed up on camera.
Have you watched his Gex sponsorship? Amazing, he got a Gex sponsorship deal.
He's the only person really talking about those games in like years. So I got my DS. I only want
on hinges broken, so it could be used if I have a charger.
Ah, right.
I am promoting to all my contests. If you stop by tonight, we can play Gex.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, like the DS. I still think DS is I still fucking love and appreciate the living hell out of the DS. Like that console was so good.
Some good generations of Pokemon on it.
It had. Are you kidding me? It had Sinnoh. It had the best generation of Sinnoh. Oh, Pokemon rather.
Yeah, there's you also, and besides that, you have some very good Fire Emblem on there.
Yeah.
New Super Mario Brothers.
It had some of the best Pokemon spin-offs. Like, holy fuck, I loved the Pokemon Ranger games.
Pokemon Conquest as well.
Never played that. I played Ranger and Mystery Dungeon, and I think that was it.
First game I got was Nintendogs with Labrador.
Oh, you got the Labrador one. I got the Dalmatian.
Dalmatians.
Oh, no way. I wanted the Chihuahua one, but I ended up getting the Dalmatian one. Mostly because I really love the 101 Dalmatians video.
Dad wouldn't buy me the Chihuahua one because he said that's not a dog, that's a rat on a string.
Yeah, I think Jeff Dunham said it best when he got a Chihuahua, which was if your dog is afraid of blowing leaves, not a dog. If it bounces when it jumps, not a dog. If I can kick it over my neighbor's fence, not a dog.
No, Pablo. Good news is no Mark tomorrow, so no Pablo.
Okay, I'm not bringing my dogs anyway. It's too hot to take them out, and it's going to be way too long of a day.
Pappy.
How come Mark's not showing up?
Because Amy's not showing up either.
Oh, isn't she?
No, she's still
recovering.
Still recovering, yeah.
Ah, hope she gets better soon.
No, the Mark's fine. I can find it. Do you want to borrow it, Elliot?
Yeah, I'm good.
Reese said Conquest is great. I still have my copy.
Alright, it's fine. I could get it myself at some point.
What's my least favorite?
Oh, that's the boss room.
Oh yes, as well. Castlevania. The three of the best Castlevania games on DS.
I never played any of the Castlevania games.
The DS Castlevania games are some of the best games in the series, and I'm not saying that with any hyperbole. Especially since I've now gotten back with Portrait with.
What time is it? Okay, we have 3 minutes left. We don't have much time. I think I'm just gonna do shit in Hotel Croc, then we'll end it.
Yeah, that's fine. As I say, I think did Konami make them into a collection? Yeah, they made it Castlevania Dominus Collection.
Yeah.
It's got all three of the DS games on.
I think most of the games I had for DS were just Pokemon, really. I remember specifically having I did do the Gold Tree. I specifically remember...
Professor Layton!
Yeah, Professor Layton. I specifically... Oh, Phoenix Wright!
Phoenix Wright! Yeah, the Phoenix Wright DS games are so good!
I specifically remember having an action replay for the Pokemon games. So I would just have... I would never play them properly. I would just get a really powerful team of all my favorite Pokemon. Just play with that.
I
can only level up.
Turns our food guy's on the way to someone else, but he has got our order.
Okay. Yeah, we'll level up Vitality.
What is it? The original Brain Age when it mocks you.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had the original one, which I did not appreciate nearly as much as I should have at the time. Like that, like Brain Age was legit good.
I'll use my power.
I think can I level up again?
What?
No, I can't. I'm still quite low.
No matter what, serving welcome.
What guy? Ooh. Oh, I could get a quartz.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'll get that so I can level up my Aegis, even though I haven't actually been using it. And now there's no point in me getting Crescent Moon. Both of my ones need halves. I will get Dark Moonstone of the Covenants, though, for the weapon we're going to get later on.
Sounds like a plan.
I might as well use a quartz now.
There's an amazing blooper I found. I can't seem to find it now, but I watched it on Dave on Outtake TV, and it was a French correspondent. He's doing a piece outside the Eiffel Tower, and this kid runs past going, woo, woo, woo. Anyway, he just yells out, "Oh, you little shit!" And he starts yelling at his dad in French.
Oh.
What?
What? Okay, what else should I... Let's get more... let's take a look at some of these. See which ones.
It's your game, Elliot. I'm not going to advise you on
Yeah,
this
I'm
one.
not. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get more belt slots.
That's what I would have picked as well, if I'm honest.
Lower leader consumption crosses bonds. Charge Fable. Oh, yeah, that one's actually quite good. Basically, that just gives me a Fable slot, fills up a Fable slot every time I revive.
Shit, he's right close.
See? Okay, we've got 1 minute. We might as well
Call it here.
Alright. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow.
It was fun.
We're recording Professional tomorrow, but I won't have it uploaded until Saturday.
Yeah, because you're going to be busy afterwards.
I'm busy afterwards, yes. So tune in on Saturday for Professional.
Woo!
And on Tuesday, it's a
Which is another full week next week.
full week, because we never mentioned you and I going to see Iron Maiden on Sunday.
Oh yeah, shit, Maiden! Woo!
Yeah, we'll discuss that tomorrow.
Yeah.
We are now also going to be having on Tuesday more Oblivion, more Lies of P on Thursday, and Anime Amigos next week.
Yeah, I really need to catch up on the last shit.
Same. All right, speak soon, everyone.